teen tried to run and was then held at gunpoint. 66 bars of Xanax were discovered in his pocket. The 17-year-old was charged with possession of a handgun by a minor, unlawful carrying of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute.
What's up, Sticks TV gang? Now, before we get started, y'all already know I gotta give y'all boy a 30-second overview. Now, the Menace is from Johns Island. Johns Island was one of the first islands discovered in Charleston County, so you know them boy real-life Geechees. The Kiowa Indians inhabited the islands until the Europeans came and brutally took it over. Johns Island was in a strategic location during the American Revolutionary War because it was an island that sat inland behind other islands like Kiowa Island, Folly Beach, and Morris Island. The Menace's 8th birthday had just passed, and the Menace would be chilling at his house on Johns Island, Main Road to be exact. Main Road was a residential commercial street where dope got sold, parties got held, and shootouts often took place. As Menace sat in the house watching TV, he would hear sirens off in the distance, but he hadn't paid it no mind. Just a few moments later, the Menace's parents' door would come crashing down. His father came in running through the house as cash money fell out of his pockets and hands. The Charleston County Sheriff came in seconds later with guns drawn. The Menace would watch his father get dragged out the house in handcuffs, and he wouldn't see his father for many years to come. Before you knew it, the Menace would move in with his grandma in North Carolina and his auntie who was a judge. They both would help take care of him. This is where the Menace would learn the difference between the evil streets of Charleston and the civil life he lived in North Carolina. By the 9th grade, the Menace would have gotten in so much trouble in North Carolina, and being that his auntie was a judge, he had to move back to Charleston, South Carolina. His first year in high school on Johns Island, most of his classmates would be looking funny at the Menace as if he wasn't an original Johns Island baby. Before you knew it, the Menace would turn up and black a few eyes. The Menace would get expelled all 4 years of high school, but the very last time he got expelled, that would change his life forever. One day, the Menace would get into a high-speed chase and crash, and the Menace would try to run, but there were too many cops with guns drawn. The cops would discover 66 Xanax bars in a Glock. The Menace would spend some time in juvenile, and when he got released around his 18th birthday, the Menace would begin to go ham in the streets and studio. But before you knew it, the Menace's big homie A1 Ray, who showed the Menace how to flip 7 grams of pressure into pounds, would get shot multiple times in the Island East State's apartments, and he would succumb to his injuries. That made the Menace furious, but hungry for success. He would drop a single called Meet and Greet, and it had the young ladies in Charleston County going crazy. But we all know what comes with clout, fame, and money. One day, the Menace would pull up on his day one friends, and they all would chill and smoke some rants together. The Menace would give his friends handshakes, and he would jump into his car and leave. But before you knew it, shots would come flying through his windshield. The Menace would crash into a building. When the police arrived, instead of treating the Menace like the victim, they treated him like a suspect. The very next day, the Battle of Street Goons on Johns Island would take place. Shooting after shooting would occur on Johns Island after the assassination attempt on the Menace. The Menace's name would always be called in a shooting, but the Menace was always at work or the studio. Since the Menace knew guys were hating on him and willing to take his life for his shine, the Menace made them hate even more. By January 2021, the Menace would drop Money Making Mitch, featuring female Charleston artist Pooh. The Menace would really start blowing up when he dropped that single called Like a Gangster, reaching over 10K views in a few hours. Now, in the last few months, the Menace has been going up on YouTube, becoming the youngest but most consistent artist in Charleston, South Carolina. He dropped visuals like Dead Wrong, I Shittin', Fentanyl Flow, Blank Card, and Immortal. But shit, lately, I even seen him on visuals with Charleston artists like Gelato, LOBG. I think I seen him with OG. You see what I'm saying? But what's so crazy is that most people don't even know that Los and Natty from Detroit rocks with the Menace the long way. Actually, the Menace was the reason Los and Natty started tapping in with Charleston artists. What's up, Sticks TV gang? Now, the biggest lesson we can learn from the Menace is that we already know 9 times out of 10, you can't trust your day ones. You see what I'm saying? Because back in the day, they would your homie or your family member would have solely take you out just for the paper. They would have take you out just for the paper. You see what I'm saying? But nowadays, in the 2020s, if you some type of upcoming rapper, some type of upcoming musician, actor, lawyer, firefighter, shit, YouTuber, you gonna get your life taped. Yeah, you gonna get your life taped by the people closest to you. You gonna get your life taped. The only way you ain't gonna get your life taped is if you cut ties and you stay as far away from these cowards. You see what I'm saying? Because for your views, for your likes, for your followers, for all that, they'll pop your top. Yeah, they'll pop your top just to get your subscribers. Yeah, they'll pop your top just to get the views you getting on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? On Apple Music and the DistroKid and on all that. Yeah, they'll knock you off solely for that. And just so happen if the money right there, they can grab it and take it with them. You see what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, it ain't even about the money no more. You see what I'm saying? It ain't even about the money no more. They want what you got. They want what people seeing you. Yeah. They want when you walk inside a room and people just vibe to you. That's what they want. You see what I'm saying? They want their mama and their cousins and their families and all that to be like how your mama and your families treat you. When they see you, they all happy and shit. But when y'all go to your homeboy house, his family mad when he see him. So when he go to your house and he see you getting all this love, he feels some type of way. He don't know how to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, he see you fresh. You see what I'm saying? You could probably buy him shoes and shit, but he don't want those shoes. He want what's in your pockets. He want your heart. He want what's in your heart and inside your mind. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna come a time where it's just y'all two, or him and his right hand man, and they got you down bad. They got you down bad, and they gonna pop your top. But luckily, in the Menace situation, he been on point. He cut ties, and now he's elevating inside the rap industry, inside the rap Charleston industry, and he real young. You see what I'm saying? Now, from all over the Menace, the best advice I got for you was, shit, you already got the city behind you. You already got people in Charleston listening to you, so shit, ain't nothing wrong with spreading out. Yeah, you got Columbia, you got, if you want to go Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, you got Columbia, you got Greenville, South Carolina, yeah, you got Myrtle Beach, yeah, you got Atlanta, probably ain't go to Atlanta, yeah, but you get what I'm saying, Savannah, all that's like under 3 hours away from Charleston, if that. You see what I'm saying? And another thing I got to tell the ministers, you might as well get inside these Sticks TV episodes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You might as well get inside all that. You see what I'm saying? But this your boy Marlo, man. Y'all boys stay tuned.